Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to tackle a big one. What's the real deal with getting free courses and certificates from Coursera in 2025?
All right, so let's just jump right in. The big question on everyone's mind is, what's the truth about Coursera's free courses in 2025? You've probably noticed that things have changed, right? Well, yeah, they've made some major shifts, and we're here to break it all down.
So here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll talk about that search for free courses we're all on. Then, we'll look at Coursera's so-called free paths for this year. After that, we'll explore the big all-access solution, Coursera Plus, and really dig into whether the cost is worth the career boost. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with your final takeaway.
You know the drill, right? We're all trying to level up our skills, get that edge in our careers, and if we're honest, we'd love to do it without spending a dime. But here's the thing. Coursera has really shaken things up in 2025, and that whole free search, it's gotten a lot more complicated.
And this is the hidden truth of it all. What looks free on the surface? Well, it usually comes with some pretty big strings attached. We're talking about limitations that can seriously mess with your learning, and honestly, hold you back from your career goals. You really need to know what you're getting into. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. What are the free paths that Coursera still offers in 2025? There are basically three main ways to get content without paying up front. We're going to explore each one, looking at what you actually get and, just as important, what you don't get.
So these are the three big ones you'll see. First, there's the new preview mode. You might remember the old audit option. This is what replaced it. Second, you've got guided projects. And third, the one that's been around for a while, financial aid.
All right, method one, preview mode. Think of this like a free sample at a store. You get a little taste to see if you like it, but that's it. You'll usually only get access to the first module of a course. So can you finish the whole thing? Nope. Can you get a certificate? Absolutely not.
Okay, next up, we have guided projects. There are a little over 100 of these, and they're pretty cool. Short, hands-on projects where you actually build something. And hey, you even get a certificate when you're done. Now, that sounds pretty good on the surface, right? But there's a catch. We'll get to that.
And the third option is financial aid. This is a big one because you can apply and get up to a 90% discount on a course, which is obviously a huge help. The biggest problem here? The waiting game. It takes time, so it's definitely not for someone who wants to start learning today.
Okay, so this chart really puts it all into perspective. Let's look at the trade-offs. With preview mode, your access is totally incomplete. You just can't finish the course. With guided projects, and here's that catch I mentioned, you get a certificate, but it's just a generic Coursera Project Network certificate. It doesn't have a big brand name like Google or IBM on it, which, let's be real, is what employers are looking for. And financial aid? Well, you get the full course and the real certificate, but you're looking at a wait time of about 16 days just for your application to get approved. That's a long time to wait to start learning.
So you can see how each of those free options has a pretty significant drawback. That brings us to the all-access solution that's designed to solve all these problems at once, Coursera Plus.
And to really understand the value here, you have to shift your thinking a bit. It's not about it being an expense, it's about it being an investment. An investment in yourself, in your future, in your career. I mean, think about it. If it helps you land just one promotion or a better paying job, it pays for itself almost instantly. And we're talking about a huge investment. One subscription gets you into the entire vault. That's over 10,000 learning programs at your fingertips. It's pretty staggering.
Yeah, and these aren't just any courses from anywhere. We're talking content from more than 350 of the best, top universities and massive companies. You're getting the same quality of learning you'd expect from places like the University of Michigan or Microsoft.
This is a real game changer. You get to learn the skills that are in super high demand, and you're learning them directly from the people who work at places like Google, IBM, and Microsoft. I mean, who better to learn from? It's like getting an inside track on what they're looking for, which for sure can boost your chances of actually getting hired by them.
Okay, but what about the cost? How does the price of a subscription really compare to the value you get for your career? Let's break down the numbers.
So here's the bottom line, financially speaking. If you go and buy just 2 professional certificates on their own, let's say you want the Google IT support and the Meta social media marketing certs, that could easily set you back 10 or 12,000 rupees. But with Coursera Plus, for just a little more, around 14,000, you get a full year of access to everything. Not just 2 courses, but all 10,000 plus.
And check this out. The annual plan has a 14-day money-back guarantee, so it's pretty low risk. You can try it out and see if it's a good fit. And this is the most important part. Every single course you finish gets you a legit, brand-name certificate, the kind you can proudly stick on your resume and your LinkedIn profile.
And the proof is in the pudding, right? The data shows this actually works. A whopping 77% of people who have a subscription report real, tangible career benefits. We're not talking about vague stuff. We're talking about getting a new job, getting a raise, getting a promotion. It's making a real difference.
All right, so as we wrap this up, what's the one big idea you should walk away with?
It's this. The real opportunity isn't chasing after those limited free options anymore. You can get stuck in that trap of incomplete courses and certificates that don't really mean much. The truly smart move is to invest in learning the specific, high-demand skills that companies are desperate for right now. That's where you're going to see a real return on your time and money.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. When you look at building your skills, at building your career, are you seeing it as just another expense? Or are you seeing it for what it really is, an investment in yourself?